Bonjour, je m'appelle Adam, and this is Draw for Your Mind. I'll avoid using any English words for the pictures as best I can. The idea is to think in French, not English. We're going to look at the words le and la. They are determiners. Le and la as in La Queen of England or Le Hunger Games. This will tie in well to using genders in French nouns. All French nouns have a gender, a masculine and a feminine. For this, I am drawing a masculine character, Bruce Lee, who is a homme, and a feminine character, Lara Croft, who is a femme. I want to use these characters for the L sound. Lee, Bruce Lee for le, and Lara for la. And when I do some nouns in the future, because all nouns have a gender, I'll use elements of these characters to put into that picture. So for instance, a masculine word like le bateau, I can put in some type of fighting or breaking, or something martial arts, like le bateau is breaking in half. For feminine, because Lara is toting guns in the game and in this picture, we can have some type of shooting element with bullets or bullet holes. Le table can have bullet holes in it. And yes, both of these are quite violent, but violence, sex, and craziness can be pretty memorable, so we can use those. But you don't have to use what I suggest. The book that I have recommended in the past, Fluent Forever, he uses fire for feminine and explosions for masculine. But you could use something a bit more crazy. Take the word la vache. You could put la vache in a jupe to help remember that it's feminine. This picture has a homme and a femme. Bruce Lee is a homme and Lara Croft is a femme. Quite easy to remember femme because it is part of the word feminine. L'homme may not be quite as easy. So instead of thinking of Bruce Lee, maybe you could think of Homer. Homer does have a H, but that doesn't matter. We can have Homer for but to make it a bit more crazy, let's put him in Bruce Lee's jumpsuit and have him do some martial arts. Don't! On the drawing side of things, I wanted to point out I had some trouble with Lara Croft's face. When drawing, it's good practice to flip your canvas, like putting a mirror up against it so you can see it from a different angle. This just helps you break the monotony, helps you break the image, and you can see it from a different light and a different perspective. But sometimes when you do, it ends up looking like a Picasso painting. I had Lara's face with the eyes all over the place, and it was driving me crazy. I had to walk away, and I came back a few hours later to give it another go. I did draw ahead of the recording, so you could probably see a little change in that. It's still not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was. You may have seen at the start of the video, I had some mannequins up that I was drawing from. This feature came from the drawing program that I use, Clip Studio Paint, which is an amazing program specifically designed for doing drawing that does have animation. It originally was called Manga Studio, and it was used to help comic book artists, manga artists, to quicken up their drawing because they had to produce so much in such a short amount of time. So it provided a lot of this additional stuff so the artist could improve or quicken up their drawing. So I thought I would try one of the features, which is a 3D model. There are 3D models in the program that you can import or that you can drag onto your canvas and manipulate them as you please into different poses. You can even manipulate right down to the knuckles of the fingers. That's how detailed these mannequins are. I thought I'd set up a couple of mannequins that I could draw from. In a way, it's kind of cheating that I'm tracing from these mannequins, but as you see, the mannequins are there for shape of the body. I soon discard them and just work from the line work. And then I add a whole bunch of features and different things to the drawing itself. But if you are looking at becoming an artist drawing, I'd recommend giving Clip Studio Paint a go. It's relatively inexpensive. There are two versions. You've got the Pro version and the EX version. The Pro version, I think you could probably pick up on sale for $50 or cheaper. It's amazing. And it has all the features. The EX is a lot more expensive. It provides more options for animation, and it provides a few more elements, like length of animation. You can animate in Clip Studio. With the EX version, you can animate a longer clip. And there's a couple of other features as well. But everything is still packed into Pro for such a reasonable price. I've heard other artists that have switched over from Photoshop to Clip Studio and then go back to Photoshop and just going, oh, why doesn't Photoshop have these features? Oh, I wish I had this feature here. It creates panels for comics really quickly, word bubbles really quickly. Amazing program. You probably could get a trial of it. I would recommend giving it a go. Even just for this 3D model thing, that in itself is probably worth the $50 that you pay. I'll put a link for that down in the description. If anyone is interested in having a look at Clip Studio Paint, go check it out. I am not endorsed. I am too little of a channel at this stage to be endorsed by anyone. But if I find something that is really good, I will let you know. So if you remember that these pictures on the left hand side, we have Bruce Lee. Lee will represent le for le homme, which is the masculine side of things. And on the right hand side, we have Lara for la, who is a femme, or the feminine side of things. I'll put all these pictures up on social media. I'll put them up on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you are learning French using pictures, you can use these ones. It'll be fantastic. If someone asks you about them, please just point them in my direction. Throw a bit of credit towards my way. I'd really appreciate that. But if you are using your own artwork instead of mine, and you're happy to share them, I would love to see them. Put them on the social medias, use hashtag drawingfrench, and it'll be fantastic. Also, speaking of drawing, I do draw a webcomic, Pencils and Procrastination, which is a silly comic book between my avatar and another character's avatar. And it just gets up to mischief and crazy, stupid stuff. So go and enjoy that. I'd appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. This helps YouTube's algorithm get my videos out, and the more people that can see it will help me to continue doing more drawings in the future. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Until next time, keep drawing, keep learning, keep having fun. Au revoir.